Hey everybody, it's Erica from the Classy Climb blog. It's raining, but you can't really tell, so I want to stand outside, but I can't. So I just had to do this quick video about passive streams of income, different types of income. And a lot of times people won't start a project unless they think they're going to make $1 million and hit it out the park. And it has to financially pay for their mortgage, their bills, their high debt, credit cards, all that stuff. And sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you have small little streams of businesses that only pay 20, 30, 40 grand a year. Now, I know a few tax preparers, good Lord, I'm getting excited, but tax preparation people who they're CPAs all year long. Like they help with bookkeeping, they help different businesses, and that's their main deal. But at tax time, that's their lump sum kick in. And some of them are making 20 grand, 20, 30, 40 grand off tax season, depending on their workers, depending on their office, from that one stream of income. And you may say, well, I can go to H&R Block or I can do it online myself. There are so many people who have multiple children, have businesses, have things they need taken care of. And if they did tax themselves, they'd have to say, well, I was liable. I did it myself. It's easier to go, well, this guy did this and he was off. So I can argue the refund. I can argue the issues that I'm having with my taxes because I had someone do it. Okay. Second, so that's a $20,000 to $40,000 kick in your business in a year. So yeah, you may think bookkeeping is not all that exciting, not that important. Depending on where you are, it is. Okay. So second, t-shirt business, right? People always like, oh, these people coming up with these designs for these t-shirts. Example, a guy designed a shirt, sent it to Cam Newton wore it. This guy used the last of his rent money, okay, in Charlotte, put together this t-shirt design and end up selling so many t-shirts. I think he's at $200,000 now. I mean, I think he keeps running it. I think he's out again. I don't know. If I can find his name, I will totally look it up. But he was just in the news and they were like, you didn't pay your rent? You designed a t-shirt with your rent money and sent it to Cam? He's like, yep, sure did. And it was the best thing he ever did, right? But some of us may not have that lucky splash in the pan, meet Cam Newton type event, right? Where we send this shirt and Cam wears it and everybody sees it. But just to give you an example, let's say you sell one t-shirt a day via Teespring, all these different sites, or your own personal website, $20 t-shirt a day. At the end of every month, that's $600. At the end of the year, that's $7,000. Not much to write home to mom about, not much to quit your job for, but it's a nice little stream. Well, imagine if you sold 5 shirts a day. I mean, there's all different types of events. There's the Super Bowl. There's all these different things, baseball, you name it. People find little nifty niches and put them on Facebook and promote them with ads and all that good stuff. And you sell 5 a day. Okay, well now we're talking, right? Because now at the end of the year, it's $36,000 selling 5 shirts a day for a whole year. Now that is a nice chunk of change, depending on where you live and depending on how much it costs you to design and ship and all that good stuff. Now let's say you sell 10 shirts a day. That's $72,000 a year. Think about it. Okay. So that's why when you see so many ads on Facebook, because a lot of people are complaining about the ads, they work. That's why they're still up there. That's why they still count, because they work. And small little niche businesses, sometimes people may overlook because they're saying, well, I can't make $1 million a year from it. I'm sorry, this narrative about being an Uber or Lyft or whoever, it's not necessarily real. If you have a little Honda Accord and a little $700 apartment and you make $36,000 a year off one run of t-shirts, man, that's a good living. I mean, it doesn't have to be your only living. You can still work a job. I would implore you to keep working. But that's a difference. One stream, just one stream made a complete difference. So when people talk about all those, that little idea or that little MLM company or whatever, if it puts an extra $500 in their pocket or extra $1,000 in their pocket a month, depending on where people are financially, some people have old paid off cars, live in little $40,000, $50,000 houses in the South that are well taken care for and paid off. They can actually have a decent living. So I always tell people, don't overlook those small streams of businesses, because maybe that business was never meant to make you 30, 40, 50 grand. Maybe it was just meant to make you an extra 10, 20 grand a year. There's lots of people that go in the winter or people that go in the spring and cut trees. There's a lot of people that do pruning. There's a lot of people that do little side niche jobs that they weren't meant to take care of you your whole life. Same thing if you have a passion or art. What if you only sell one art piece a year or 10 or 20? Sometimes your art and your passion isn't going to pay you millions of dollars. But if you're smart about your money, your budgeting and your keeping your marketing to a reasonable amount, you may live a really great life. So this is Erica, Classy Climb Blog. This one's a little bit longer than usual, but I just wanted to get that in your head, get that in your soul. I want you to realize sometimes it's just small streams that build up over time. So you guys have a great day.